Alrighty, so this is going to be a reading for my Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is going to be a look at the messages from your higher self or insight from your higher self. And this reading is really going to be for my people out there who may be feeling a little confused or blocked, possibly needing a bigger view in terms of your situation. So if that's you, stay tuned. But let's go ahead and get into it. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe and you hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more of my readings. And if you would like a personal, check out the description. All right, Aquarius. Messages from their higher self. Okay, so the first card we have, and excuse the makeup on some of these. I mixed like two decks together. But we do have Trust Your Path, and it says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Interesting. So with this card, this is understanding, for one, that the path that you guys are on in life is beyond you. This is like the universe putting you on a set path so that you can experience certain life lessons and ultimately get to your desires, or at least get to a point to where you're able to create the life that you would like to live. But with this card, you're needing to trust your path. For some of you, when it comes to your career path, or your spiritual journey, you need to trust that path because you are being supported by your ancestors, being supported by the universe. And just because you can't physically see the support and it feels like you're on a path on your own doesn't necessarily mean that that's true. Okay. Another card that we have here, it says double mission, and it says light worker, star seed, serve the world by being you. And with this card, this is understanding that you have a double mission here. This is you walking in your path and at the same time being able to either help others or impact humanity as a whole. So this could be you really having any type of job, or really you having your own set of purpose that's unique to this world in its own way. Like everybody has their own function in this world. Even quote unquote the smallest type of job or things that you wouldn't think to that could be like important in the grand scheme of things is actually important. Like, for instance, we need garbage people, or the garbage would just pile up everywhere. Even though it may be something where it's like, that's minuscule. No, overall, it helps humanity as a whole. So not saying some of you guys are like garbage workers or whatever. Either way, it doesn't even matter. This is you having a mission to fulfill. And as you're fulfilling that mission, that purpose, you're helping people in the process, or you're aiding to society in the process. So understand that. We also have perspective, and it says, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. And with this card, this is making sure that you guys understand that your perspective is key. The way that you look at things affects your reality. And with this card, this puts in perspective how little we are in the whole entire galaxy and the universe. We're not even this big, okay? This is like a blown up version of the Earth. But understand, like, Earth is like literally a speck of sand in the whole entire universe, and the universe is expanding daily. So when you have this perspective, you start to realize that none of this matters. All the earthly problems that we have doesn't matter. All the first world problems that we have, your Wi-Fi going out, those things don't matter in the grand scheme. And we have moments of overthinking or hyperventilating. Possibly you need to get to this mind frame and understanding, wait, hold on, this doesn't matter because tomorrow I'm not going to be worried about this. Next week, I'm not going to be worried about this. Next year, I'm not going to be worried about this. Now, we also have Star Brothers. It says Horus energy. Why do I keep dropping the cards? Hold on. Okay, so this card says Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. And with this card, so this is for one, understanding that you guys are protected, and some of you also may be needing to take more of an initiative to actually do more spiritual baths or spiritual cleansings, keeping some sage and stuff like that around you if possible, or some Palo Santo. This is also making sure as well that you guys are prioritizing people in your life who express a sense of loyalty. These are people that you can count on to not talk behind your back whenever you have a problem, and you know, may confide in them and let them know what's going on in your life. Loyalty in a sense where they're going to have your back whenever you're at your lowest point. There's somebody who you can count on just as much as you may be someone who can be counted on by them. Some of you also need to work on like your trust issues. And the best way to work through trust issues is to make sure you're not surrounding yourself with people who may trigger those trust issues. So this is people who have shown you in the past that they can't be trusted. Now the last card, I mean, not the last card, the next card that we have deep cellular healing. It says Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. And with this card, this is making sure you guys are prioritizing physical and emotional healing, like this card is saying. This is so that you guys can do some deep cellular healing in terms of like some of you having trauma that's more passed down than really it being trauma of your own. Or for some of you, you have trauma that's your own, but it's more on a cellular level. Like this is something that's engraved almost in your DNA. But this is making sure you guys are prioritizing that for sure. And then the last card, it says you got the love. And this card, let me focus it because, okay. It says Hadrayan. I don't know how to say that word. But anyways, it says codependency and boundaries. So this card is calling you guys to look at any sort of codependencies you may have, whether this is like codependencies to certain individuals, codependencies to certain, drugs or eating habits, or just coping mechanisms that you may have that are unhealthy. This is also staying stuck in situations out of comfortability as well. So if that is your situation, you need to understand that you have the love. It just may not be something you can physically see. Like your ancestors are there to love you and support you. But just because you can't physically see it doesn't mean it's not there. And another thing as well, you guys need to build better boundaries between you and other people, because people will continue to walk all over you if you give them the opportunity to. And for some of you, that may be what you're kind of struggling with, is being a little too nice or not having the right amount of boundaries set up. Or for some of you, your boundaries may be too ridiculous, where you can't get close to anybody. But there's definitely a need for you to look at this. But I'm going to stop right here. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope that you did enjoy. If you did, definitely make sure you thumbs this video up and subscribe. Check out the description if you like a personal. And I will see you in the next one.